Hey guys, it's Jason. Welcome to Owlets Tarot. Thank you, as always, for joining me and sharing your time and your energy with me. This is going to be a general collective for the sign of Aries. Recorded for the month of January 2022. And but my readings aren't time or date specific. When you come across them and they resonate, that's exactly when they're meant to hit, you know. We click on messages, I believe. When we use our intuition, we click on them intuitively when we need them, when we need to hear what they offer. I'm sorry, I'm going to try to start speaking up. My speaking voice has been getting lower and lower, I've noticed. It's like, your mic is cheap as fuck, so get your shit together. All right. I'm starting this month. I've pulled you one card from the Archeo deck by Nick Bantock as an overall energy for 2022. You got the Inventor. You know, the Inventor is your typical Renaissance man with pencil behind the ear, right? The problem solver, the one who is wise to the world, knows how to get from point A to point B, even if shit goes south, something goes wrong. A good teacher, a kind-hearted teacher. This is also someone who's willing to fix what's broken. You know, if you don't tap into the energy of the Inventor this year, it's going to render a lot of your tools in your emotional toolbox useless. If the first hiccup in the road, like for instance, when you're on your hero's journey, right? You don't want to get halted by the first broken wheel. You know, it's going to make moving forward seem insurmountable without tapping into the energy of the Inventor, without tapping into that energy of logic and problem solving. I'm sorry about the traffic, guys. I'm sure it's loud. It's the time for semis. I am using the Labyrinth Tarot, which I'm 39 years old, so I grew up with Labyrinth being like one of my favorite movies, and my brother got me this deck for Christmas, so thanks, Cor. So I've been working with it, having a lot of fun with it, and it's a good deck. All right, so let's get you some cards, Aries, and see what it is that you've got going on. We're doing past, recent past, present energy, and upcoming energy, and then grabbing a couple cards for some advice. Actually, it came out this way. All right. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the world. It's kind of an underscoring energy to the read. So, the inventor in the world. You know, it's definitely going to take the energies of the inventor archetype to make it through this labyrinth, this maze of, I feel like maze of like emotions, this inner landscape of some form of turmoil that you've been dealing with. In recent past, we've got temperance, Four of Swords, or in this deck, Four of Feathers, and the High Priestess. So, you've really been putting a lot of work into the balance, into the balancing that it takes for you to live. You've lived long enough where you're discovering how to live your life in the most productive manner. You're discovering where you need to put up boundaries. You're discovering how to be the most productive version of you, how to do things more efficiently, how to make things easier on yourself. How to rest when you need to rest. While recognizing that rest is not, that rest is simply a reprieve in between two things, right? And it's keeping that balance between the rest required from all that you're gathering, all that you've gathered through your self-growth and through putting in the work in terms of making yourself feel more whole after these past couple years in particular. Releasing some of that armor. Finding a balance between two things. All right, in present energy, all three cards came out in reverse. So, and they're all, no, they're not all swords. All right, well, we've got the Four of Wands in reverse, which isn't a bad card. None of them are bad cards, but you know what I mean. Ouch. We've got the Eight of Feathers, or the Eight of Swords in reverse, and the Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this is actually good. This is good. All right, we've got a sense of delayed celebration, not canceled, not unobtainable, delayed. In universe, spirit normally will put some obstacle in your life that delays you from something, even if it's something you're really excited about. But it's normally you're going to recognize it as being extremely beneficial, because Spirit never is going to steer you wrong. You may steer yourself wrong, right? We steer ourselves wrong all the time, but we have a tendency to get in our own way often, and allow the world to sometimes make us forget our I'm hearing sovereign qualities. Our own autonomy at times, creating almost a feeling of dissociation from one's self. The Eight of Cups in reverse, you're having a difficult time, or I'm sorry, not Eight of Cups, the Eight of Swords in reverse, you're having a difficult time, I'm sorry, you've been having a difficult time seeing your way out of something, and it was causing you a lot of anxiety. Or you're currently having a hard time seeing your way out of something that's causing you anxiety. But with this Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords, and the 8 is first, 9 is second, we've got you recognizing that a lot of the worries that are holding you back, or a lot of the thoughts that are creating this inner turmoil, anxiety, feelings of shame arising, nightmares for some, insomnia for others. You're recognizing that that's being created, it's being manufactured in your mind. Our mind is great at freaking us out about shit. And sometimes, that's why I'm always encouraging meditation on this channel. And, as I've said before, meditation doesn't necessarily involve, lighting candles and lighting incense and sitting cross-legged on the floor and, eyes closed, It can be while you're doing dishes and zoning out and letting your mind go blank. It can be while you're sitting in a chair watching a movie and suddenly, you're looking at the screen, but your mind is kind of elsewhere. It can be in 1-2 minute sessions, of just making a practice daily, several times a day, for 60 seconds, trying to quiet the mind and not judging when thoughts come in, because they will, but just acknowledging them and releasing them and going back to that place of quiet, that place of center, that place of being grounded. That's what's going to help you recognize that the delay in this celebration is necessary, because if it came out this way, I feel like you would have had a lot harder of a time recognizing what was causing the anxiety. In the traditional Eight of Swords, there's normally a blindfolded character surrounded by swords with their hands loosely tied, and a feeling of just defeat. But the bindings are loose enough to slip out of. The character could reach up and remove the blindfold and realize that they're not completely barricaded in, that there is a way out. It's about what we accept and what we don't accept. If we accept that we're defeated, if we accept that this is just the way things are, this is just the way that things are going to pan out. They're not going to go the way that I foresaw, the way that I put so much work into, the way that I want them to go, whatever the case may be. Then chances are things will not go the way that you want them to go. We're also great creatures at creating our own self-fulfilling prophecies. Upcoming future. Upcoming future energy. We've got strength. Pardon me. We've got the Tower. And we've got the King of Wands, or the King of Poles in this deck. So, upcoming energy, it does feel like you're going to need to kind of put back on a little bit of the armor that you were encouraged to take off in order to get through where you are presently. And when I say kind of put back on the armor, I'm not saying kind of block yourself off from any emotions. I'm not saying try to avoid whatever this Tower moment might be in your life, whatever the sudden change is. It could be just something that comes in and kind of shakes your life up. And for some of you, it could involve moving. For some of you, it could involve a sudden argument with a family member, and suddenly you find that you're not talking to this family member. It could involve something internal, like an emotional shakeup, some sort of epiphany, turning around and seeing the shadow. Being faced with your own shadow is not pleasant. Well, while I'm speaking of that, I just want to let everyone know, please go over to Scorched Earth Tarot and check out her video on the shadow. It's her newest video. I mean, it's something that I feel like, many of us need to hear and understand about ourselves. Ending with the King of Poles, stability, creativity, passion, creative solutions. You've got strength on your side to handle, you've got strength on your side to handle whatever this Tower moment is to you in your life. And you've also got a lot of warmth and stability and creativity and passion and compassion, which leads me to believe that this Tower moment, it could have to do with an argument or words that you have to exchange with somebody to ensure that there are proper boundaries set between this person. But then you follow it up with that warmth, that internal leader, that internal teacher, right? Going back to the Inventor, being that kind, warm, good-hearted teacher who is wise to the world. All right, let's grab you a couple of shamanic oracle cards for advice. Spirit, 3 cards for my beautiful Aries. Advice on this upcoming energy. Advice on getting them through where they're currently at. We'll start with advice for the current. Yeah, an inner journey. switching this around to this, takes knowing, takes practice, takes observation. So that inner journey seems to kind of be something that you've been on. I held up that card because remember to relax when needed, get that R&R when needed, but recognize that R&R as nothing more than a reprieve between one event and the next event. All right, advice for upcoming energy. We've got integration, and we've got slow and steady. So slowly but steadily integrating the light and the shadow as my light blinked. I don't know whether you guys can see it on camera. It's like going dim and bright. Integration of the shadow. So I think that, we were kind of right on the money in thinking that this was about the internal, about recognizing something in yourself that you deemed ugly or simply not you. And when faced with the reality that it is you, it throws you. It's a sudden shakeup. But you're very wise. You've already done so much of the work. There's a part of you that's already let go of so much and doesn't see simply in shades of black and white anymore. You recognize all the hues of gray. And slowly but steadily integrating the light and the shadow, I feel like isn't going to be a problem for you, because creatively you know how to solve these internal issues, these issues that passion and the ego can easily get wrapped up in, and can kind of send the lesson off kilter or sweep it under the rug, where then we end up having to kind of repeat the same things when we've already learned the lessons of said things. I hope that made sense. Sometimes I just catch the tail end of what I'm saying and I'm like, Jason, what the hell are you talking about? All right, in your future, we've got wealth. Now, wealth can come in many, many forms. I'd rather be healthy than wealthy, right? So wealth can come in tight-knit family unit, forgiveness, a wealth of knowledge, or it could be that you're going to come into some money. But I lean toward the wealth of knowledge because we've been talking about the internal, and the other card that came out is illuminate. So you've got your eyes wide open to things. And with this wealth too, this purple color, very representative of spirituality and of ascension. There's a lot of growth here for you in 2021. Starting out 2021, or like I said, whenever you click on this video, if it resonates. it's important to move slowly but steadily through these energies, right? Not getting stuck in emotions, just visiting. Allowing yourself to feel, then make sure you focus on the healing aspects. Slowly but steadily, protecting yourself. Without walling yourself off. Alright, let's grab you a soul card. Soul card. What the hell is that? Alright, I'm being told to split the deck in 3. Alright, Aries. If this was a painting that you did, what would it be representative of? If this is an image that stirs something in you, what does it stir? And why do you believe that it stirs that particular feeling or emotion? Use your intuition. If this image connects to this reading, if this reading resonated, how does it connect? And at the bottom of the deck, another gorgeous image. These are the soul cards by Deborah Koff-Chapin. What is that? I've got sage under my nail. Whatever. Alright, I hope this reading resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up because it greatly helps me out. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. I love you all so much. Thank you, as I've been saying to everyone, thank you for making my 2021 so much more bearable by all of your kind comments and your support and all of the connection. Not to mention, you know, the likes and the scheduling private readings, the donations. Scheduling private readings in particular because it shows a certain level of trust that you're handing over to me, and I'll never take that for granted, and I am eternally humbled. But yeah, that's what we have for today. So I hope this helped, Aries. I'm having dental work done, so my speech is a bit fucked up, and will be for a while because I have a couple more procedures. But anyway, I hope that you're all well. I hope that you stay well. Take good care of yourselves first and foremost, okay? So that you can be there for others and take care of others. Until next time, dear friends.